had shows like American Ninja Warrior built an obstacle course down the street several times over the years. For easy homework, go on YouTube, watch the music videos. Joe Cook on this video for a second here. And then of course we had other artists like Pink for walking the whole music video, really cool nighttime filming example. And then other scripted shows, of course, that filmed here, from The Movie Project to Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Andy Samberg to The Good Place with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell, the Trolley Problem episode. I love The Good Place so much, we'll dive into more of that show later on in the tour. But keep in mind, years ago, a studio tour classic once existed around these woods. Let's turn things over to one of the stars of the 2005 King Kong. Here's Jack Black to tell you more. Graffiti artist Tristan Eaton a few years back, all by spray paint. And then the most recent Tram cameo, the third revival season of Will and Grace. This scene on the monitors filmed inside the stage. Whole separate ticket, they get shuttled in big white buses to The Voice. If you haven't heard the good news, Snoop Dogg, Michael Bublé, Wayne Stefani, Reba McEntire, all those four coaches you heard correctly. They're the current four coaches for season 26 of The Voice. And that's going to be a fun year.
Oh, va a salir el tiburón, va a salir el tiburón. Oye, ya se hundió, ya se hundió.
Uy, el tiburón se está comiendo el...
Sí, se está comiendo el buceador. Se siente caliente.
During our visit to Amity Island up in the north. Some of our western sets over on the right. We call this location 6 Points. Add some dirt, add some horses, dress up as cowboys or penalties. Once upon a time in Hollywood, one of our bigger productions to utilize our 6 Points area on the right. But like I said, folks, going a little bit quiet on the for a few beats, commercial building, but the hill to your right as we take you into Amity Island. Welcome down to Little Europe. A lot of our guests, of course, will still recognize it as the afterlife from the hit show The Good Place, starring Ted Danson and Kristen Bell. All 4 seasons highly featured this version of Little Europe. Now, before The Good Place took over this location, a lot of our guests still recognize this as Genovia from Princess Diaries 2, our only engagement with Anne Hathaway and Julie Andrews. Rewatch the parade scene. There was a carriage, there was horses. Genovia. This was also brought to life in a big musical, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, with Whitney Houston, Brandy. A lot of the big dance numbers took place here. Big fan of comedies myself, will always recommend season 3 of Key and Peele on Comedy Central. A couple of those sketches also filmed here, and some of our attractions. It's always a fun rewatch. But yes, take a look on the left, you'll see the infamous yogurt shop brought to life by the hit show The Good Place. I say hit show, I'm rewatching it for the 4th or 5th time. I call it research, you guys call it binge watching, works out pretty well for my job. The train station, railway station on your left also with a sound brought to life for this show called The Good Place. Keep in mind, as we make this turn on your right, we call this location our Court of Miracles. I've never ever seen this really pretty. into several big pieces, shipped here slowly in flatbed trucks to stage all of this. Only featured for about 4 minutes or less in the entire movie. One of the worlds, filmed in New York, New Jersey, on the East Coast. Our stages on the front lines here, on the back lot, literally coast to coast. You can see the ashtrays in the armrest showing its true age here in Hollywood. Now, if you took a studio tour before this was ever here, pre-2005, this was where they built Site B for the Lost World Jurassic Park in '97, another Steven Spielberg production, used again once again in 2001 for Jurassic Park 3. Go on YouTube, watch some old studio tours, a lot has changed over the years. We're helping celebrate 100 years of the real LA landmark. Over there, look into the Lincoln Room. Have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Wow. A little further down, you can see the rest of the